Janas back, and here's Mark Janas's Classical Corner.
Hello, everybody. So today, Matthew actually got this started for me because I was going to talk about that very thing, about how, first of all, I don't know, in the beginning of the evening, I was playing a few classical pieces, Clair de Lune, a late piano piece by Brahms, and a piece called Gaspard de l'Ennui. I played the first movement. All pieces that were written classically during the period of the heart period of the Tin Pan Alley, which is about 1885 to 1930, is what they consider the real. And then some people say it went on into the 50s because rock and the shift over from kind of pop to rock kind of changed it. But the change in the 30s, does anybody have an idea what really brought about the change in the 30s?
Depression.
Well, yes, culturally, but there's something musically that brought radio. In other words, so think about what Matthew was saying. Before that, you had no way of learning a song other than to hear it live. There was no way. Think about that. No radio, no recordings. The only way that you could really learn a song was to go down and just hear someone play it, to see the music, have the music, and of course, many more people played piano in their homes because of that, because there had to be a way for people to learn music. So I've talked about that classically too. That was the way for classical music for a long time, but when Beethoven would premiere a symphony, not everyone could get to the symphony hall, and you might not hear that symphony again for years, possibly, another performance, and there were no recordings. So he would write arrangements for piano trio, string quartet, piano quintet, woodwind septet. They would all be, and people would get in their living rooms and play the music in these versions so they could learn the music. But in Tin Pan Alley days, and one of the reasons they suggested it was called Tin Pan Alley is because, as Matthew said, all these pianos going at once, they said all of the clank of these pianos together sounded like someone beating on tin pans from a distance. Also, in order to make their pianos sound louder, as Matthew said so appropriately, that there were several going on at once, and you could draw into this tune or that tune. Some of the owners were actually putting paper, and sometimes even pieces of tin, by the strings so that they would ring louder. So they'd have that, you put piano in it. Everyone put paper behind the anyone done that behind the dampers of a piano? Anyone know what I'm talking about? They would do that intentionally so they would have more ping and that you could hear it farther. So Tin Pan Alley. But there's a host of composers that became, and lyricists. I'm going to read this list. Milton Agar, Thomas Allen, Harold Arlen, Ernest Ball, Irving Berlin, Bernard Behrman, George Botsford, Shelton Brooks. Get this one. Nacio Herb Brown, Irving Caesar, Sammy Kahn, Hoagie Carmichael, George M. Cohen, Con Conrad, J.F. Coots, Gussie Lord Davis, Buddy DeSilva, Wally Donaldson, Paul Dresser, Dave Dreyer, Al Dubin, Dorothy Fields, Ted Fiorito, Max Friedman, Cliff Friend, George Gershwin, Ira Gershwin, E.Y. Yip Harburg, James Harris, James P. Johnson, Isham Jones, Scott Joplin, very important because ragtime was coming in during this period, Gus Kahn, Bert Kalmar, Jerome Kern, Al Lewis, Salmon Lewis, F.W. Meacham, Johnny Mercer, Theodore Morris, Ethelbert Nevin, Beatrice, who's that? Petcare, Masio Picard, Lou Pollock, Cole Porter, Andy Razoff, Harry Ruby, that's right. Al Sherman, Lou Singer, Sonny Schuyler, Ted Snyder, Kay Swift, Edward Teschemacher, Albert von Tiltzer, Harry von Tiltzer, Fats Waller, Harry Warren, Richard Whiting, Harry Woods, Jack Yellen, Vincent Yeomans, Joe Young, and Hy Zarrett. So you can see that's just a list of the mainstay. So what I thought I would do with Matthew's help is also, we love Wikipedia these days because you can kind of research anything very quickly. They listed the notable hit songs in Tin Pan Alley, and I know just off the top of my head, a good 33 or 4 of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to play through them quickly. And as soon as you guys latch onto a lyric, I'll probably go to the next one. So you guys are doing the singing, we're doing the playing, okay? So we're going to go from one song to the other and see until you guys pick up the lyrics. And you're going to be amazed at how much of Tin Pan Alley is in our cultural heritage. Like deeply in our cultural heritage, songs that you will all know. So here we go. Okay. Stolen from a classical piece, from a humorous, right? One of the humorous, okay. All right, and here we go, and. Aha, so I don't know, does anybody know this tune? I don't.
I cried for you.
That's called I Cried For You. I Cried For You, which is 1923. Yeah. How about this one? Everybody knows it's 1902. And then there's this one, very similar. This is the shade of the old apple tree, right? Is that it? In the shade of the old apple tree. And then everybody knows this one. Here, there you go. Yes, really? Here, we all know the verse. Stuttering song, yes, the original stuttering song. And here we go, from 1910.